All right, word. All right, welcome to the second installment of Trash Talk Official Live. We're at the round table today, and I'm not going to talk too much. I'm just going to get right at it. All right, so we got with us today, we got Sean Gerton. He's representing the Cards. You see it.
Still.
Right, we got Eric Gerton with us. He's
Nation.
No doubt, Duke Nation in the building. And we got the first lady of Trash Talk. You know what it is. Smina Thomas, what's up? And of course we got this guy. Needs no introduction.
You see what it is?
Indeed.
Ready to get at it?
Right. So we're gonna get right to it. Let's talk about the elephant in the room. It just ended. So what we got to say about this Louisville, North Carolina game, people?
You cannot give that many runouts. Point blank period. Transition defense is key.
Mm-hmm. And you're gonna have to get a rebound in. I mean, I'm saying you're gonna have Van Treese or one of these hogs down here to get in this paint. You can't keep running around with these 6'6" forwards. You know what I mean? Trying to live under that basket. But let Sean Gerton respond.
Let's get this right here. This is what we need right here, right up front and center. So what's going on?
Well, I mean,
Bird Nation.
Y'all just hit it. I mean, number one, you can't put on that press if you can't hit baskets, and they didn't hit a lot of baskets today. So that's one. You have to get. They got killed on the offensive boards because if you get rebounds, you get stops, and they couldn't get any stops because they weren't getting rebounds. Can't let people penetrate all the way to the hole and dish for easy baskets. In transition, if you ain't got nobody, I mean, they gave up 20 points just in transition baskets alone. Got to be fixed.
Right. So, I was wondering, just because, some of the guys in the group, Rafe, Young Rafe, like to deal with the transitive property. And I'm wondering, so if we use the transitive property today, does that mean that Belmont would bust Louisville's ass?
Hell no.
Split them wide open all over the court? Is that what that would mean?
Wow.
I mean, we're gonna get back. We know what you're gonna say. Let's go over what you. You know what? Let's start here.
Yeah.
Let's start here. What you say about that, First Lady?
Man, without Russ, they are nothing. Without Russ, they are nothing. They're overrated.
Oof.
And they just coattailing off of they ring last year. That's
Last year.
It's a mess. Look,
That's what it is.
I had heard someone had said in the Trash Talk forum. I'm not sure who it was. It was like, we're the champs until someone beats the champs.
Well, they just got beat, so
The champs did
ain't
it.
that what that means?
Down goes Frazier.
So is
Down goes
So is
Frazier.
North Carolina now talking about they the champs, or is it back to what we thought it was? This year is this year, and last year was last year, and people got to live in the moment. You know.
I think we need to live in the moment. Let's get what does the Dookie have to say here?
I'm gonna put it like this. I'm not gonna say they're a bad team. They got a lot to work on. A whole lot. Now that depth that they was talking about didn't show today. Whatsoever. You gotta have more scores than Russ though.
Right.
Yeah.
You gotta have more scores
Right.
than Russ. That's just plain and simple. Russ, he's gonna carry him through a lot of games this year. But against some competition where you got big athletic teams,
You need somebody else besides
Earl
Russ.
cannot foul out with 5 points.
Okay. Would Belmont beat y'all?
And you need one more person who can score off the bounce.
Would Belmont beat y'all?
You know what I'm saying? What? No. No, Belmont wouldn't beat us.
You sure? Because I'm saying Belmont beat Louisville. Belmont beat North Carolina, and then North Carolina just beat y'all by what? Was it 11? Double digits?
12,
It
something
was double digits, regardless. I mean, but y'all the champs, though. Y'all not supposed to get beat by a team that got beat by Belmont by double digits, are you?
Well, they are a blue collar program.
Oh, okay.
Okay. I mean, it is North Carolina. Anybody on any given day can beat anybody.
All right. So I just want you to say
what it
this.
is.
So you all
They
seem
got
to,
beat.
Okay, I will say this. So you all seem to have a lot of trouble in the interior. You got bodied in the paint.
Yeah.
I mean, let's just be honest. Y'all got bodied in the paint. Who's the biggest, strongest team y'all see on y'all schedule this year?
Probably the biggest team is going to be Kentucky.
Oh, and you got a problem in the paint, right? And dealing with
He's trying to say it's over for y'all.
Well,
That's what he's trying to tell you. It's over for y'all.
yeah, we gonna body y'all. We are gonna body y'all.
Well, they got
But you know what?
34 days to
You know
fix
what?
that,
I'm gonna
and
let
I
you
mean,
off
it
the
can be
hook.
fixed.
I'm gonna let you off the hook. I'm gonna let you off the hook. So we gonna move on. We got some real talented freshmen in this class this year. Real talented freshmen. We got guys like Andrew Wiggins, Jabari Parker, Julius Randle. You got Aaron Gordon out in Arizona. Have you all got a chance to see all these guys play?
I've seen all of them but Gordon play.
Okay.
Now, me personally, I think out of the class, Wiggins is like the fourth best to me, as far as what I've seen from him. And a lot of it is because the kid is unselfish to a fault.
Okay.
I think the most complete and NBA ready right now is Jabari Parker, which may seem a little biased coming from me.
It might just a little bit.
Just a little bit, but his offensive game is magnificent. He's outside, inside, outside. However you want it, he can give it to you. Randall, to me, the biggest problem I see with him right now, being a left-handed guy, he tends to stay on the left-hand side of the floor.
Okay.
In which a good coach could key on that on him. He has periods of times where he'll disappear.
Okay.
For 5-10 minutes at a time.
But he's a double every time out. Let's go here.
I saw someone was an NBA exec that broke down those three in particular, and they said that Jabari Parker had the most complete game, Andrew Wiggins was the most athletic, and Julius Randle was the most physically dominant and NBA ready body of the three. And I think it's easy to say because all three guys are key. You understand what I'm saying? Like all three guys do what they need to do to help their team win. Like I agree with you. Andrew Wiggins is unselfish to a fault, and I think the reason his game is more tailored for team-oriented ball, whereas Jabari and Julius Randle are going to be the key factors of their squad.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? At least at this point in time.
Okay.
I mean, me personally, I would say, my personal opinion, I would say Julius Randle is the first of the three picked on the fact that he can come in and contribute immediately. The guys that did the game, Kentucky's game the other day, said Julius Randle could go into an NBA game right now with a jersey and will come out with a double-double. You know what I'm saying? That says a lot. Now, I agree. Jabari Parker's game, inside-outside, is way more complete.
Yeah.
Far more complete than both guys. I agree with that 100%. But I think Randle's physical presence is his sheer physicality makes him different.
Oh, yeah.
No doubt.
I think all of them need to work a lot on their defense.
Freshmen don't play deep. Freshmen don't play deep. You know what I'm saying? Freshmen don't play defense like that.
John, what you got for us?
I'm gonna ask y'all a question that I put on post one time. I was listening to Scott Van Pelt, and he was mainly talking about Wiggins, and that with the expectation of what people have put on Wiggins, can he live up to it? Name how many athletes in our lifetime that had this expectation even before they stepped onto a college floor, NBA floor, and was able to at least meet that expectation.
LeBron.
From LeBron, and I think the other one somebody said was Tiger Woods.
Right.
I mean, OJ Mayo, has he ever lived up to the expectation?
Supposed to be.
Yeah, no. He's had a good NBA career.
Yeah, he's good.
But, I mean,
Good
if you look at him, what his expectation was coming out of high school, people are saying
People been following him since
You know what I'm
seventh
saying?
grade, though.
You know, I mean, not very many people have this expectation so early before they even do anything and live up to that.
And I think that like with Kentucky, in relation to that, people have that problem with Kentucky. You understand what I'm saying? Because Kentucky's so centered in that same world, where the Kentucky goes ranked from the NIT
To rank number one.
To rank number one,
Yeah.
people had that same problem, and that's a logical complaint. You know what I'm saying? Because they're like, well, these guys never did it. Now on the other side of things, basketball's changed over the years. There's so much AAU ball, so much basketball being played. Everybody has seen these guys play. It's not like you have water behind the ears freshmen. These guys have played so much basketball that everybody knows. NBA execs, college guys, they know these guys are ready. All around.
Now,
You know what
speaking
I'm
of
saying?
that, do you think AAU circuit has kind of ruined, the game as far as, at first you had to go through your high school coach. If you want to talk to this kid, talking about high school coach first. Now you bypass the high school coach. You go to the AAU coach.
The handler.
I think it's watered down the high school season. That's what it means.
Yeah.
You
See,
know
many
what?
kids have said like, they don't even like. I've seen many kids say they don't even care about the high school
games.
results
No,
because they're not getting the exposure in
It's
them
all about
games.
April
because
to June.
and because these coaches get to see more players in their AAU games than when they come to a high school game and watch one player.
Right.
They'd rather watch these two teams play with eight
super
prospects.
team. You know, all AAU teams they're super teams now.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? That's why you have all these freshmen. They already know each other's game because they've been playing with and
Well,
against each other
and then,
for so long.
And another thing, and I referee a lot of AAU basketball during the summer, that these kids will play 6 or 7 full games in a weekend.
Yeah.
So, you know how we was talking about Patino earlier?
Yep.
When he was at Kentucky? That press wore you down where you just physically had nothing else. Can't do that to these kids now. They
Sure
play
not.
so much basketball
You're right.
that being in condition is not much of a bigger deal than it was 10 or 15 years
They're
ago.
in shape.
Because they're used to playing that many
They're
games.
in shape.
And you have so many guys at 6'8", 6'9" that can handle the basketball.
That's
It's a lot different than when we grew. College game is such a different game. When I posted on Trash Talk about the difference between the 5-5 and even the 2012 team, you know, you look at the 5-5, then you look at the competition they had around. They had to go through. They had to go through Duke with Laettner and Grant Hill and that team. They had to go through Ohio
Okay.
State with Jimmy Jackson.
you can't be Mashburn.
Yep.
I mean,
Okay,
they,
why?
they
Overtime game with them.
they had teams that stood together for 4 years.
Yeah.
And, you know, if you came in as a freshman and played,
You was
you
doing
got
That was
robbed.
huge.
If
Yeah.
you came in as a freshman and started,
That
okay.
was huge.
Now, but as a regular person, you know what I'm saying? I figure like I'm a real person. You know what I'm saying? Y'all regular people. Don't you think like that college basketball is finally starting to get exposed? You know, the one and done rule that everybody ruled and vilified as negative. You know what I'm saying? Like exploit, like it's a mockery of college education things. Now you see Duke go into the one and done pool and pull out 3 or 4 players. But now you're starting to see it's the NBA's rule.
Yeah,
This isn't college's
it's
rule.
not. It's
And
well,
college is abiding by
Well,
the NBA's rule
but-
because it's money.
And,
It's
and
money on the line.
also, let's not. There's a couple things. Number one, let's not act like big time college athletic ain't big time
Money.
business.
You damn right.
It's about the money,
Money.
and football drives the bus. Okay.
It does.
So, you know, being a Louisville fan, y'all call us conference hosts. There's a reason why we're conference hosts. Because we had to follow the money
Right.
for football.
That's right.
It didn't matter what basketball did. Didn't matter. It was all about football. It was all about getting to the Big East, getting a chance to play in the BCS Bowl. Just from the BCS win, going to a BCS Bowl next year. Watch how much a campus explode from the $26 million.
Who's going to a BCS bowl next
No,
year?
I'm saying last year.
Oh,
the
okay.
BCS Bowl.
Oh, okay.
Chill out.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
I'm saying. So that's what it's about. Going to an ACC, you know, is another move.
Okay,
Money.
I don't want to cut you off because I just want to keep the conversation moving, but I do need to bring something up. So I'm seeing on the board where Snuggle Nuts is not trying to own up to the fact that he said that UNC would not beat
You
Louisville.
posted it, I see
that he
it.
would not. That they would not beat Louisville. Not only did he say that, he said if they played like they've been playing, they'd get beat
get
by
beat.
50.
Hey, Clint, hey, I give you all respect and props, but you get no credibility on this discussion as far as claiming your win over Louisville. I'm sorry, bro. You get less respect than these guys owning up to the loss. You know what I'm
Hey,
saying?
Michael Fox, you get yours.
Yeah, several guys
But,
that actually talked
you
like
know,
they had that chance in the game, but there was guys talking about we're gonna do the best we can. We're gonna line up.
Right, and that's why
See what happens.
a lot
Sounded
of
like some
UNC
loser
fans
talk to
was
me.
Like, well, we're not that good this year. I mean, right now we're playing like shit, and now,
And then also you national titles contenders, right?
Right.
Yeah,
right.
yeah, they title contenders. I think that this game says more about where the champs were at than where North Carolina was at. Personally, that's
I mean,
what I
I can
see.
agree with that. I really can. Like I said, it really exposed Louisville's transition D.
Well, and they miss Gorgie. That's what
Yeah.
they're gonna miss more than
Yeah.
anybody else is Gorgie.
His presence in the middle, I agree with you 100%.
Because Because not only he was able to rebound, he's also protected the rim.
And he made good decisions from the elbow.
Yeah.
Against that zone, the 1-2-2 in the matchup zone that Carolina played, they got the ball to Van Treese in the middle, who's not adept at kicking it out to a shooter or driving at the right time or dropping to the guard that's penetrating. They missed it. It's a presence. It's
The
all
thing
around
that
presence.
killed me about Van Treese more than anything else is he doesn't look to take a shot. Even take it, even if you miss it, you
gotta
gotta make
put it on
them
the
respect
flag,
that you would take it.
Okay.
Then they have to guard you.
All right, well, check this out. The next topic we got on the agenda is Gonzaga.
Who?
We got it. That was all. Okay. All right. So the next topic on the agenda. After Gonzaga, we did our Gonzaga discussion, so we're done with that. The next topic on the agenda is going to be. I don't know where y'all want to go with this, man. What's going on? Is Jabari Parker going to stay at Duke for another year?
Okay, now you my dog and all, right? We both Duke to the heart. Jabari's gone. Why would he stay?
I mean, I don't even think he can stay, can he? I mean, it's in his faith that he's gotta go,
Well,
right?
actually, he could finish out
Okay.
and complete his mission after he graduates or whatever, or
Okay.
whenever he decides to leave.
all right,
But
he's gonna be a top pick.
right,
If not one, was he 2 or 3? Worst case
why
scenario.
would you miss that opportunity?
Yeah.
True, he comes from a well-to-do family, whatever. But still, when it's your own bank account,
Right. And well-to-do is different than, you know what I'm saying? I know plenty of people that are from well-to-do scenarios. Well-to-do and
Rich.
at the next level, you know what I'm saying?
Rich.
You take that money with that well-to-do money, and that sounds like a well-planned-out business going on.
Right.
These guys know how to manage money. He's going into a better scenario.
and like I
Why
said,
would he stay?
with his
What?
game, I mean, he's an NBA player already.
Okay.
So why not go ahead and pursue that? If basketball is his dream, why not go ahead and follow that dream? I mean,
Word.
my heart would want him to stay,
Absolutely.
because to me, that's Grant Hill 2.0.
Mm-hmm.
You know, but reality is, being a top pick, he's got to jump at that opportunity.
So I'm saying that goes back to that one and done scenario. That's what I'm talking about. Like, it's getting exposed. You understand, like, all the hypocrisy.
It is.
If NASA comes to Purdue or to Vanderbilt or to Harvard or whatever,
Right.
and they're like, look, man, we got a world crisis, and look, the best people at this are these freshman group, and I need you right now. We're gonna kick you millions to do it.
I'm not gonna
parents
say-
gonna tell them to not to go.
Your son is what? About ready to be a freshman.
If somebody was
If somebody
like,
came, if IBM or Apple came to your son next year and said, look, here's 200 grand to come work for me.
let's go.
Are you gonna go and say,
Let's go.
go ahead and go get your 400?
Let
go get your
RJ,
4
let's
years?
go.
I mean, it's a no-brainer.
It's
I
like
was
this
doing that
is
with my
no-brainer.
kid.
It's like
You know
my
what I'm
brother
saying?
pointed to me, because I hated the
Yeah.
one and done and all that, but Sean pointed out one day, okay, kids go to college for what? To find a career.
That's it. I'm saying.
If your career
know
is
that career
basketball,
path.
They already, exactly, it's already made for them. But the thing, here's the second part of it, about look at the racial overtones of it though. They don't come at golf. They don't come at Michelle Wee, who's 14 years
14
old, and she's a young woman.
They don't come
she's
at
a young
tennis.
woman on the pro tour.
Nah.
They don't come at hockey. They don't come at baseball. They don't come at none of these guys that get out there
I'm
at
glad
14,
you said
15
it.
years. That's real shit. From a white man's perspective, they get at brothers because the brothers are the millionaires that are coming. So it seems like the administration is above the body.
Let's also say, why did the NBA do it at the time? Because they was having an image problem.
well, the NBA
For
was
sure.
also trying to protect their
investment.
investments.
But, okay,
They're trying to get
biggest
NBA
myth.
scouts out of the high school gyms. They're trying to do that type of thing.
About that high school players did not succeed in the NBA. Go back and look at it. Look at every high school player that was drafted from Garnett on.
Barnett, exactly.
Everybody had. Not all of them turned out to be.
a modicum of success.
You know, all-star.
Not everybody's an all-star.
But majority of them was.
Now,
You're right.
there's
You know what I'm
probably
saying?
been
Very true.
maybe
There's
2 or 3 that were bust.
There hasn't been that many.
That's why I said maybe
I mean,
2
you
or
can
3.
even go from a Jonathan Bender. How long he played in the league?
Right.
Kwame
Kwame
Brown.
Brown made it around the league.
Okay.
In the league.
I mean,
He
you're-
just now got
look,
cut.
Yeah.
Yeah, and how much money has Kwame Brown made?
Hey, he's
Plenty. You make
Hey, Jordan called that man a faggot, though. I mean, you know.
You know what? I'm a faggy ass nigga all the way to the bank. I'm sorry.
Right.
But see,
You know
speaking
what
of
I'm saying?
Jordan,
I'm just saying.
Why
It's
is this
not like
man-
these guys was faggots.
I actually want to go here. Let's hear
now,
this.
when it comes to Jordan, the greatest player we've probably all we all consider the greatest player to ever lace him up.
Right.
One of the worst execs ever, though.
Right.
He has the talent, but his alpha talent sucks.
Isaiah Thomas, the same thing. You see, like some players that were the the me guy. You know what I'm saying? Jordan is a me guy.
Yeah.
Even though he carried his team and made his guys better. Isaiah did too. However, they were me guys. Like, was on the line, it was me. I'm getting the ball, I'm getting the shot. Then there's guys like Larry Bird, who's a hell of a GM. You know what I'm saying? He turned into he had the Pacers looking ready. You know
he
what I'm
wasn't a
saying?
bad coach either.
No, he was a hell of a coach.
He's a good coach.
So I'm saying, like, it's relative.
Well, and when you have somebody who has played the game at that level, who was considered maybe one of the best of all time, you kind of expect everybody else to raise their game, and some of them just can't get there.
It's true.
You know what I'm saying? Their ceiling is only so
And
high.
there's, like, people that are
And then
successful
when
are
you
driven
can't
to-
get over that
Yeah.
ceiling,
Not everybody
you know,
can.
I mean, you can see some of the best execs and coaches ain't never played.
It's Spoelstra
You know what I'm
ain't playing no
saying?
damn ball. You know right about that?
Yeah, Spoelstra ain't played a lick of ball,
Go
so
ahead.
you know. What else we got? What else we got on the plate? We do got the NBA season. We got
Derrick Rose.
Derrick Rose. Let's talk about Derrick Rose.
man.
Derrick Rose
Man.
is broken again.
I mean, does he need more milk, or what's really going on with
He's
him?
so damn fragile.
I'm saying, I don't know. Hey, it's tight on OD Rose. You know, Bulls fans. Hey,
It's a cold
that
world.
man, a career.
I will ask this directly to First Lady. They thought you were being mean to Derrick Rose this morning. What do you have to say to that?
I don't care.
Are you just not a Bulls fan or not a
I
Rose
was
fan?
just, I mean, you know, he's just so fragile. I mean, you know, they take jabs at everybody else. I mean, why not?
Word. They do take jabs at everybody else.
Hey, so is this a warning? Is this a precaution for all the Kobe diehard fans we got in the room? That it's, you know, it's not the Lakers. I see a lot of Kobe rap. I don't see a lot of Laker rap. I see Kobe rap.
Yeah.
Kobe's coming back awful fast off an Achilles, which we know.
That's
We've
a
seen
lot.
Achilles been damaging to a lot of people's
Look
career.
what it did to Dominique.
I'm saying.
Hey.
So, and Kobe's somebody I'm playing at the end of the month.
Yeah, that's,
Yikes.
now that, I think he's pushing us. Yeah, he
Your
could be
competitive
the
spirit might be above your body at this point. How old is he? 36, 37, 35?
30.
He's in his mid 30s.
Yeah.
But he's done played 18.
And he's
seasons
18.
in the
He's an
NBA
18
season.
year. Yeah, he's got a lot of stuff.
I mean,
That's
that's
a lot of mileage right there.
Yeah,
a lot of mileage.
Words right out my mouth.
Lot of
I mean,
mileage.
a lot of cats don't realize your Achilles is your base.
Yeah.
Without that, you're not moving, you're not cutting, you're
Can't
not
even
doing
walk
nothing.
right.
And
Can't even
and
walk
once you
right.
hit a certain age, your Achilles can snap like that.
Easy.
Right.
Usually after the age of 30. I mean, I remember playing basketball with a guy who was over 30, and I was probably 10 feet away from him, and his Achilles just went boom.
Ouch.
Not touched, nothing. Just coming down court, and the Achilles go. So that's something he's gonna have to worry about. But technology of medicine, I mean, we see Adrian Peterson come back in
But
7 months.
that's a
You know what I'm
different
saying?
animal.
Now,
I mean, but you know,
Yeah.
RG3. I mean, probably came back a little early.
Yeah.
But I mean, ACL 20 years ago, your career was done.
But see,
Amon
now
Shumpert
it's
came
just
back.
like,
Who?
Amon Shumpert had the same injury. He was
Yeah,
back within the
back
year.
Yeah, you're right. You're right.
so. I mean,
But see, as far as Rose and that knee, like, we really got to wait to see if he just needs it cleaned out or what exactly they got to do.
All right. I also want to say this. We got a lot of newbies in trash talk. And I'm seeing a little tendency to want to claim more than one team here and there. I'm not really feeling that. And I just want to get you all's reaction on this two teams epidemic we got going on. Georgetown in Kentucky, Louisville and North Carolina State. Motherfuckers claiming this squad and that, Indiana, Notre Dame, and Louisville.
Gonzaga in Washington.
Conde, whoever, whatever,
I mean,
man.
but like, how does what? I
I
guess
need to
my
plug
question
it
is,
in.
how does that work?
Now, I'm going to speak on that.
Plug it in.
How does that
Well,
work? I mean, can
okay.
you tell me, like, I understand. We're talking about collegiate sports.
Yeah.
You know,
With me,
you chose a school for whatever reason.
with
But-
me, I grew up in a U of L household. Nothing but U of L fans in my family. But I saw the great Bob Hurley play.
Did you say the great Bob
Yes, I
Hurley?
said the great Bob Hurley.
The what?
The
You
great
know,
Bob
and
Hurley.
then-
Well, hold on, wait, stop. He said the great Bob Hurley. I'm gonna let him get back to what I'm gonna let him finish though. I'm gonna let him finish. I'm gonna let him finish. All right, go ahead. The great Bob Hurley. Pick up from there.
But still to this day, I still cheer U of L on when they're not playing Duke. But as far as all these other cats, you know, that's repping two teams like that, the reason I can't even say I rep two teams. I cheer for U of L for family reasons. But everybody that knows me knows my heart belongs to one team and one team only. Now these cats in here that's go this team, go that team, that's
Right.
It's like
Two teams phenomenon. What you got to say?
It's like to me, you
Ross
divide
Lee?
the pot, man. Like it's feast or famine. You got to take the good with the bad. Right now, Kentucky football is real bad, but you don't see me saying, "Hey, I'm an Alabama fan." You know what I'm saying? I'm a UK fan. I'm gonna take my 2-10 team and go on and be happy with it. It's just what it is. But I'm also gonna take my national championship caliber basketball team and be cool with that. I'm gonna ride with one. I don't need to divide the two. You know, like there's Seattle Mariner fans in the world. There's Cleveland Brown fans in the world. You understand what I'm saying? Like, what do they say? Are they supposed to be like, nah, because
We like the Browns and the Steelers.
I'm a Laker fan too, bro.
We rock the Browns and the
You can't
Steelers.
divvy up the pot, man. Look, get your team and ride with it. Take your L's and do your thing. That's what it is.
Now, once upon a time, I was a Louisville basketball fan and a Florida State
Wah, wah,
football fan.
wah. What do you have to say about that?
I mean, you just gotta just ride with your squad. You know, the good
Can I
and the
tell my
bad.
story? Can I tell my story?
Okay, you got your story. My bad. I you know,
I
trash
lost,
talking my heart, bro. I'm just saying.
I understand. I lost my affection for Florida State that night that Louisville played Florida State in the rain. Never
good,
cheered hard against Florida State in all my life. After that, Florida State was just another team.
I don't think that's getting juice right there. Fuck it up, man.
Florida State. That's when
Talking
Shelton was
about
playing
They're
that.
saying we got
Yeah.
1 minute
He
left
Shelton.
to rock. Plug it up top.
Okay.
Yeah. Sorry, technical difficulties.
Yeah,
One
stand by.
moment, please. All right, because we doing this. We doing this guerrilla style. You know what I'm saying? We ain't cutting and chopping and it ain't a whole lot of editing going on because basically I'm too lazy to do all that. So we're gonna just keep it moving like this. But Sean said he had a question that he wanted to ask on camera, so I'm gonna let him ask his question on camera. Let's hear this question, sir.
Want to ask y'all UK fans? Excuse me, sorry.
Oh my goodness, he said.
Yeah.
Whoa.
Bruh.
There's something that U of L fans and UK fans definitely have in common. That's Rick Pitino. Love it, like it, or indifferent. That's something we have in common. So, how did you feel about when Rick was first came to Kentucky, left Kentucky, got the job at Louisville, and how do you feel about him now?
All right. Well, we'll go down the line since we got 3 UK fans in the building. We'll go down the line, and I'm gonna hold you here. So
Right.
come here. Wait. Come take the camera because I want to get on camera. So go ahead. We'll start with Ross. We'll go around the table.
It's kind of an unfair question because I work for the man, but I loved Rick Pitino. He was huge for us here in Kentucky. One of the greatest coaches of all time. Still respect him the same. When he came back to Louisville, strictly from the coach's side,